Top of the evening, guys. Damien Jones here again for you today. And today we're going to be taking a look at these two little gems and something else, which we'll be coming to in a minute. I'm of course talking about everybody's favourite vintage Star Wars figure. It's Boba Fett, the bounty hunter. This figure was originally introduced in 1979 for the Empire Strikes Back film. It was originally a rocket firing, if I can just show you here. It was originally a rocket firing action at the back. There was kind of like an L slot, but apparently some little kiddie went and accidentally choked on the missile, and they had to, scrap the idea, basically. As I say, they later released the figure on general release in this form with a solid rocket in the back, which conformed with the safety regulations at the time. And yeah, I have two versions of this figure in rather lovely condition. I have here, I have the British Palitoy version, and over here I have the American Kenner variation of the same figure. They're basically exactly the same figure, but as with all of these vintage Star Wars figures across the Atlantic, or in Spain or wherever they're being produced, there were many factories producing them in the day because they were such popular figures. There will be paint variations, and that's why I'm doing this series, actually, so that I can show off some of the variations that I own and see what you think, really. As I say, here I have two rather nice complete versions of Boba Fett. The one which I'm turning around for you now is by Palitoy here in Britain. There are other versions and variations of this figure, but I unfortunately do not have. How you can tell which is the British Palitoy version and which is the Kenner American version is by the belts. As you can see here, the belt on our Boba Fett on the right is black, or very dark brown at least anyway. It's black, I think we'll go along with that. And the American version has a brown belt. Other than that, they're completely identical. The paint slightly varies. There's a slight variation on the paint job as well on the helmets. If you look, the American Boba Fett is more brightly coloured red. They've put more emphasis on the red paints on the face visor rather than the brown, and on the British version here the brown is more prominent. And other than that, they're basically the same. They both come with this pale blue, well, not pale blue, this dark blue blaster. You'll find a lot of figures on the market there that they're selling at the moment will have a black one. That is not the correct weapon for this figure. The correct weapon for this figure is this, which is the very, very dark blue blaster. The black version of this weapon belongs with the Stormtrooper and other figures. And that's them, basically. That's the 1979 Boba Fett figure. Now, there are other variants of this figure, as I say, and they are incredibly rare. If you can find a prototype of the rocket firing Boba Fett, which was available by mail away order, I think there's only about 1,000 of these ever produced. You're looking at a few £1,000s to own one. Other than that, other variations of this figure will include, again, it's a British variant and a very rare British variant. It's basically this figure here, only it's the tri-logo version of Boba Fett. Now, they used a slightly different coloured plastic for it. It will have pale arms, legs and head. And what to look out for is the knee here is unpainted. And that's how you spot the difference between that third extremely rare variant, which as yet I don't have, because basically whenever I've gone on auction to try and find one, the price has just gone absolutely ridiculously high and I've backed out. If you want to own a Boba Fett figure in this condition, loose, complete, in nice condition, with minimal wear to the chest armour, it's very rare that you'd ever find one with no wear to the chest armour. But what you want to do is you don't want to pay any more than, I'd say, £25 a figure. I think that's more than enough. I have seen them go for £40. I think that's absolutely ridiculous. But again, it's up to the collector, I suppose. I would say they are worth about £25 complete. I'm going to put you on hold a minute because I've got something else to show you. Here we are. I have here a replica L-slot rocket firing Boba Fett figure, basically, and this is an adult collectible, and these in themselves, although they're brand new, are incredibly rare. Now, when I bought mine, I bought them when they first come out of China, even though it's a bootleg. I bought it and I paid about £15 for it. If you want to buy one now that they're out of production, whatever colour you're looking for, because these come in wacky colours, these bootlegs, you're looking at 50 or 60 quid to own one of these in the boxes now. So I'm going to open the box and let you have a little look at mine. And here he is, guys, our L-slot rocket firing Boba Fett, who, as you can see, is made from clear plastic. It's exactly the same mould, I believe, as the original, apart from it doesn't have peg holes in the feet, and that's how you can always tell whether your rocket firing Boba Fett is a bootleg or not. I love this in this clear plastic. I think this is such a novel thing to have. Basically, I'm not going to do it here now because I'm liable to lose the little rocket, but you basically put your rocket in this hole here and you fasten that, and then when you want to fire it, you just click it and it flicks up like that. And there we have them, guys. That's my Boba Fett collection anyway, to date. I am looking for the tri-logo British version with the unpainted knee, but as yet I haven't been able to find one, but I live in hope. As I say, this L-slot rocket firing Boba Fett, if you want this now in the box, it's going to cost you 60 quid. So good luck finding one. And you never know, if your luck's in, you may even find an original L-firing Boba Fett. I wish you luck with that. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. For now though, my name's Damien Jones. If you haven't already, please subscribe for more, because I'll be doing a lot more vintage Star Wars figures reviews this year. And for now, thanks for watching.